Okay, I am to report about 40 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, I went into the extra room after not being in there for like the whole time since I last, I think so. It was about pretty much since the last time I made a witness testimony. Anyway, so I went in there. I've been hiding out in here for a damn good reason. And there's no terrible stenches, but it's ice cold, right? Everything's ice cold. They're running the house or the terrace out really cold, and it makes that extra room cold. And after being in there for about 3 minutes, another one comes racing in, and it's jumping like an animal. And like, this is what I mean, is what I say. And it's barefoot, and it jumps in like an animal, a rabid animal, wild animal. And it jumps in from the area that I put up with the bomb that connects to the Al Mob, with the gadgets in the bathroom of the Al Mob, and in the bedroom of the Al Mob that's conjunct to this room where they have the bomb in the wall. So I heard all that commotion from the murder room over there. All of a sudden, over my head, someone jumped in and started running around in there. All over in that area. It was certainly that area. I can't say it was right where I put the dot, but it was all over in that area, and it was over my head because I was cooking spinach, so I was very aware and could hear them. It was very, very quiet, and it was cool that it was quiet, so I could hear everything really well. There was no crazy noises from the scumbag trash that lives in this city. So I heard everything that I could to my best possible ways. And then it went in the hallway barefoot, raced into the bathroom, flushed the toilet. And I can say this now, it's the first time I could say it. They have, since Iran was here, back when I said Iran started World War III, and back when I said that they were giving these meth addict ISIS terrorists false and phony clearances to high-level military official jobs to have clearance to classified information and use equipment and use portals and so on and so forth. Well, back at that point in time, they had fixed Iran came and did this. The Iran Guard did, and they just got arrested last night. They came back. They had fixed the plumbing in the bathroom another time. This is probably, to my best recollection, the 5th time they have done a plumbing job up there, where they have altered the plumbing for the chemical weapons. I guess is new and improved in their viewpoint, but it didn't work, and this is because of the special forces. That's what I keep saying over my life, but I can't talk about hardly anything in here ever. They fixed this up in there so that these chemical weapons, IEDs, you flush the toilet, and it's supposed to ignite them wherever they are placed around wherever they place these bombs. So I couldn't say that, and it's so obvious. These people are not the brightest, right? A lot of them are criminally insane, and the rest of them are like hardcore junkies, so they're not the brightest. And they'd all come in through cubby holes and do this constantly ever since Iran had showed them how to do it. And this is months now. It's been going months long. So I know when they're running in there, they think they're going to blow me up. And I'm confident, because of the special forces having saved my life in so many ways here, that is a dud. But they don't know that it's like the poison here that they keep giving me. They just ran more Martini. They don't seem to learn that, look, it doesn't work. You can go ahead and keep doing it, but after long enough, they just don't ever learn. No, and that's what I've learned, is the terrorist cell here and their terrorist bosses, and I don't know how far this spans out, but they just can't learn. I've decided it has to be brain damage from the drugs they do, because that is not how the human brain is born to work. You're supposed to, after a while, figure something out. Especially like, look, the bomb doesn't work, dude. Or the poison, like some of this isn't hard. But not here, no. Just same thing all the time. And I really, because of the bombs, I really got to say thank you very much to the special forces, and I don't want to leave in the cab because these people have worked blood, sweat, and tears to keep me alive in here. And I'm not going to start up with that right now. I need to continue my reports. So the terrorist went into the bathroom, tried to blow me up through the toilet flush, ignite thing, then crept. It raced back into the rooms, just flying around up there. It's a crazed terrorist. Oh, without a doubt. And then it stopped and crept over to the stairs, and it went down one flight of stairs. I heard it, and I was like, okay, is this who is coming down the stairs? Are they coming? And they just sat there. Hold on, I gotta plug my ears. This is hell on earth here. The people here, I don't want to get started with it. These people, oh my God. And they're running Martini again, by the way. It just stopped, and I thought I'd do a report, and then they're lighting the Martini up again. So this Martini is flowing every day. I'm going to have to open my window at this point. It helps a little bit. My eyes are closed, and I'm just trying to not get too under the influence. But, at 7:52, they pump in more Martini, and I'm about at my wit's end with this shit because it makes me feel like I've had a drink, and I've got a decade sober. I've got 9 or 10 years sober. Right now, I'm kind of out of it. I think it's 9. But look, I'm really tired of the gas, okay? But anyway, so they've been pumping the Martini ever since I heard this terrorist, okay? Then it just lurked on the stairs. And I was like, what the fuck? And my green light was, you're fine, just listen to this, be still. And it was just lurking, and it was just lurking. And then my green light was, okay, in a couple minutes, I want you to leave the room for a couple minutes and then come back. That was what Jesus said. And that's what it did, okay? And when it came back, there was no more terrorists there. But this terrorist who had done all this crazy shit, jumping into the cubby hole, racing around in that area where I had drawn the picture, and then flashing, and then lurking. It was on the stairs, but didn't quite come down. It was really wild what I heard. It was really fucking wild shit. And it was not fucking cool, and it's super fucking creepy. I mean, I would say scary, but I'm not scared. If Jesus says I'm not scared, I'm not scared. He tells me what ones to be scared of. And it's the ones that took all these terrorists out here. That's the ones, I'm not being sarcastic. Those are the ones that I'm not coming out of my room and I'm hiding in here from. And that's what I've been doing all day, and I'm back in here, and the Martini gas is going again, and that's what I'm doing, folks. But I need to report this. I also am getting a green light to say that in the Washington, the Washington Times or something, it's some really trendy magazine here for the neo-Nazis and the Al-Qaeda elites. They're like Saudi Arabian, Iranian supporters, and they have gold cards, like I wrote about, and they're absolute psychotics, and they have drug habits. The whole town basically does, and they're prostitutes and so on and so forth. This population here it's the population. There really isn't anything else. So they have these trendy magazines and stuff, and martinis are real popular. And I noticed it. I saw it over the media spread, and I asked Jesus, and he said, yes, no, they're buying martinis. And because they know what happens. Everyone knows what's happening here in this house in D.C. And they're buying martinis in support of all this carnage and death and decapitation, like literally cutting with knives and saws, electric saws, victims' heads off. They're celebrating that, and they're buying all these martinis. They're thinking this is the way to find their cause, is through absolute carnage and war crimes and atrocities. And then he said tonight they're going to use it in the White House. They're using this gas everywhere, and that's what you were trying to tell the world is it's not just me, you fucking assholes. And then the Americans don't care. The Americans never think anything is going to happen to them personally. No, it's really, really, really frightening that we have that many people to fuck that out of it. Like, you're on another planet if you think that, dude. But something really frightening happened here with our population. And a lot of them really believe if they're a certain race, a certain class, nothing will happen to them. They're American. This is really frightening, but they actually do, for the most part, believe that. And people who think that way have a tendency to be very intolerant. And if you challenge them or confront them, they become absolutely violent. And that's what we're dealing with here. And so these people support this kind of illegal gas and poisoning and beheading in bedrooms. Just go ahead, jump someone in a house and drag their body into a bedroom and cut their head off. If that gives us our white power and that brings up the Saudi and Iranian government we want, go for it. And they have literally been putting martinis in their magazines, martini ads, martini. I mean, just scroll. Okay, now that the word is out, just scroll. They'll probably try. Maybe some of these tweakers that run the press, they're all on meth. They're all on crystal meth. They'll try to cover their tracks, but it's out there, dude. They've taken photos of martinis. They've written full articles. Martinis. I mean, they're writing away the little meth addict fucking worship and love of the satanic cult here. And there's all this martinis flying everywhere. He says their martinis are flying here. They're ordering them. So, look, good for you, DC, because they're going to use this shit on all of you and your White House and your gods, your disgusting satanic people that you worship like gods are going to use this on all of you. What I did by being born this way to be immune to it is I helped the good military stop your satanic gods, dead people of Washington, D.C. I stopped them from using it on the good people, and that's why I'm here on Earth. And I have nothing to say to terrorists, so I don't want to address them in my monologue or my report. But I did hear more terrorists. This shit is very dangerous and very frightening here. And they're flowing the martini. It has stopped, so I'm starting to open my eyes again. It's, oh, that shit's strong. I'll tell ya. And I'm okay in here. I made steak and spinach for dinner. That's when the terrorists came jumping in. And yeah, that's what's happening, folks. And they're going to use this shit on the White House. They're going to use it wherever they like on people. They've been using it on airplanes. It's really fucking evil. But apparently, hey, if it's used on a political figure, because I'm a sort of a political figure, I can understand how I ended up that way. Then the city of DC and certain areas where the white nationalists have taken, like San Francisco or New York, DC, they're going to be ordering martinis like it's going crazy. Give me a martini. Let's write articles about martinis. Let's take pictures of martinis. Let's write articles and take pictures, and we're just worshiping that martini. And we know why you do, DC. And all of you are going to go out this way, and they're going to go out, all these evil people go out with the yellow fog. All these weapons they worshipped get used on them by their gods. And this is human record, folks. I'm telling you, the headlines are going to be fantastic. But they're going to be written by humane, actual reporters, not the other. Okay, so I'm going to go. I'm going to sign off. They're still going in and out of the garage door. I am not really allowed to talk about a lot of this shit because these are moving fucking targets. Oh, I have to thank the Special Forces one last time. Does anybody hear how fucking critical it is in here? These guys are our president. You understand that, right? They are. It's like a group of them. They are really incredible people. Okay, signing off.